Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck. We are turning to a #1 Temur Turns deck, my friends. Super excited about this one. This one is ran by Chris B or Chris Botello. I might have botched that. I apologize, Chris. But congratulations on hitting #1 here with Temur Turns. I know this is one of your own creations, so love it. Very excited to play it. Now, for those of you that are returning, those of you that are new, please feel free to check out the timestamps down below. I appreciate you tuning in. We do have a lot to go through. We're going to cover the deck list and the strategy. We'll talk about how to board for best of 3, and then we're going to play some competitive Magic for you in both best of 1 and best of 3. And then we'll wrap that all together where this may sit overall in the meta, my friends. So with that, I appreciate your support as always. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Twitch as well, and like me on Facebook to stay up to date on content like this. All right, so here's what we got going on with Temur Turns. We have Obosh as our companion here. Now, we can only contain cards with odd convert mana cost, which is obviously what we see. And then the big piece here is if a source we control with an odd convert mana cost would deal damage to a permanent or player, deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. What's interesting with this deck is it is all about the turns. So we pick up Elrond's Epiphany here from Kaldheim. So we got the foretell mechanic, we get the ability to create some additional birds and get that additional turn. So that is really what it is. At the base, it's still your traditional Temur Adventures deck. So we're leveraging these items, we're playing off Edgewell, and then additionally we do have Khazad-dû, and we on the top side have Goldspan Dragon as well. So that's another newcomer from Kaldheim. And additionally, the good old Great Henge to continuously get draw, get creatures, all that fun jazz. So a lot of different ways and mechanics in this deck for us to essentially take down our opponents. The ability to lock down with Elrond's Epiphany, attacking twice or something like that, and close things down is very, very powerful on the top end. Additionally, because we have very, very powerful creatures here as well, and then given some of the sideboard options that we have that we'll talk about in a bit, really enhance this deck against a lot of the competition that you may be facing with it within the meta. So with that, that is really what the strategy is about this deck. We got direct damage, we got counter spells, we have slowdown, we have also big creatures, and a lot of things here. So it's really nice. Very excited to take a look at it. Chris has done a nice job here. So that, in a nutshell, my friends, is the strategy and objective of the deck. Draws, tying things down, slowing things down, countering things, big creatures, dealing damage, taking extra turns. So very on top of it, and we're going to dive now into the sideboard for those of you that do like to play best of 3. So in terms of the sideboard, I will break it down for aggro, mid-range, and late game. There's certainly more detailed things that Chris has actually put together. You guys can check out. I've read through his sideboard guide, which is great, absolutely awesome that he produced that and was willing to share it with everyone as well. But here's what we got going on. We got these cards at our disposal here for that aggro, the mid-range, and late game matchup. Coma here, just a quick call out, is really only moved in for things like Is It Tempo as well as a mirror match. So if you do run into this, now the other call out I would make is if you do begin to see other control decks, because it can't be countered, Coma's absolutely what you're probably going to want to be playing, unless it tends to land in the Dimir zone where they might have that direct kill spell. But as long as we can sacrifice another serpent, Coma has that indestructible. So if you can get through one turn, you might be okay. So very crucial things to think about there. And then in terms of the other ones that you guys know I like to call it as rogue specifically, here we're going to move in things like Phoenix of Ash and Ox of Agonis. You're gonna flip out things potentially like Great Henge, as well as some of the other items that you may not need for your traditional rogues decks, which essentially is an Elrond's Epiphany you can pull out, as well as maybe some of the counter stuff. But really, I don't mind pulling out Khazad-dû. That's just me, because we already got 25 lands, and you guys know I like to run tight on those. So anyway, When it comes to the aggro, the mid-range, and the late game lineup, we're really talking about mono red, mono white. We're talking about Boros aggro, Naya aggro, those kinds of things. Yes, there's flavors of things that you can change out, but at a high level, you're probably going to throw in Red Cat Melee. Soul Seer is going to be a big one for you. Additionally, what I like is the Elder Gargaroths here. So what you're doing is you're splitting out your counterspell. You're going early and you're going late on this particular deck. So the whole premise here again is that you would begin to drop things like Mystical Dispute, Saw It Coming, potentially an Elrune's Epiphany, and then you're pulling in your top end, and then you're also leveraging and balancing out some of the early game direct damage kind of a thing. So that is what the aggro matchup looks like. When we get into the mid-range, we begin to see some of these crossover decks, like Gruul aggro, again, kind of the Naya aggro, Naya Adventures. We begin to hit some of the Rakdos decks, the Rakdos Sack, Rakdos Escape, you name it, traditional mid-range, Sultai mid-range, a host of other things here. And then from that line of thought, if it's more creature based, we're still going to stick with that aggro play, but then as we move into some more control, we got to adjust for what we're going to play. So here you're potentially going to be looking at the Mystical Disputes and Saw It Coming to keep those in, but you'll add in another Mystical Dispute, potentially Clythos, God of Destiny, for that graveyard hate. And you may want to start to look at Phoenix of Ash and Ox of Agonis. If you lose those off the board, you can bring them back, kind of a thing, as well. So that is really how you're going to think in terms of these. You could potentially bring in Elder Gargaroth unless they can remove it off the board. Then again, you're going to want to be able to pull those things back. Then when we get into the late game, so these begin to move from decks that we just talked about into decks like the traditional Temur Ultimatum, the Sultai Ultimatum, Sultai Control, those kinds of things. And then additionally, we begin to add in any of the Yorion decks, Esper, Dimir, Dimir Control, those kinds of things. At the top end, you're more likely going to, again, to move in things like Mystical Dispute. If you hit some of those decks, like the Doom decks, you're going to flip in Phoenix of Ash, Ox of Agonis, those kinds of things. Clythos potentially again, so if they're pulling back from their graveyard or using that kind of play, that Mystical Dispute. So that is really how you're going to look at the aggro, the mid-range, and the late game lineup. Again, Chris has done a nice job providing us a more detailed deck for deck trade out that you guys can absolutely check out, and I recommend it. So nice job, Chris. Again, #1 Temur turns decks, my friend here. So we're going to go ahead and hop into some competitive Magic now. I'm excited to play this in both best of 1 and best of 3 for you here today. So let's do it. Without further ado, here we go. So yesterday we did the Jeskai cycling deck. Absolutely clean house. You guys can check that one out. Well positioned in the best of 1 meta and becoming a hot item in the best of 3. You guys can check out my tier list. You guys can check out my new weekly segment as well to get other ideas on what the meta is shaping out to look like on a monthly basis or week over week basis. So here we go with Team Returns deck, because that is what we're doing today, my friends. So let's go ahead, and as we sit here now, we talked about how this deck lines in terms of the aggro, the mid-range, and the late game. We talked about the objective of the deck, the strategy of this deck, but now we're going to play some of that competitive Magic, put the pedal to the metal here for best of 1. Now, as we do this, I don't like this actually. It's really heavy on the late game, but I think we're going to go with it, and we're going to slow play. So we'll give it a shot. Let's slow that down. We'll do this. Now, as always, Planeswalkers, truly I appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Twitch as well. So Edgewell Innkeeper, we can save. This is going to be a tough match because a couple things. One, we don't have the right starting board. We're going to flip into Saw It Coming, I think, right now, and we'll take that as we see it. Do we want the double green? I'm going to go blue. We'll do this, then go from there. Now, other great ways to support the channel down below in the description, ways for us to connect, and also other ways to keep up to date on content. All right, that's going to be a problem. So good news, bad news. That does slightly hurt what we want to do. I'm going to play it though. We're not getting any uplift off Edgewall at the moment anyway. Mainly I'm trying to cut Robber the Rich out. Because we can deal with that. I'm actually going to main board damage this guy. Hopefully. Maybe they'll burn it out. No. Now we can counter here. So Faceless they can't activate yet. I'll counter this. Ideally, no. So ideally we got another land there, but we're gonna do this. We'll do this. They have the burn, so they'll probably burn Bone Crusher off, but they don't. They do have the 3 snows. Now they can make Faceless. I didn't do it though. Cleave. Ooh. For 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I think we're in a bad spot here. We could flip this over for 2. We could also play Kazandu. So I think this is what we're going to do. Ah, the Frostbite. Puts him at 9. Any direct burn, we're done. Ooh, here we go. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll grab a blue. Doesn't matter because Fireblade kills us, so. All right, on to our next match here. We were not coming back from that, and I know they were not. Homie wasn't giving up. Congratulations, Homie, for hitting Mythic. So that's what I always like to say when I'm right at the gate. But we know that it's almost end of season here, but that is okay, my friends. Ooh, there we go. Nice pickup. All right, we'll keep those goodies going. Let's go on to our next match here with our Temur Turns deck. Again, #1 deck by Chris B here. So let's see what we can do against Conceal. All right, we go first again. Nice. This is a little bit better. We'll keep this. I don't like that we don't have that red source though. We'll make it work. I almost think it's Kazandu first, but we want to draw, so we'll play Edgewall and we'll go from there. So we'll pump this one over for now. We'll take another chance that we can draw land. That's hopefully green. Ooh, brutal. Not much help there. Ooh, now we are hurting, my friends. We are hurting on this mana base. Conceal. All right, here we go. This is what we needed. We'll wait. Because we can counter. That we're going to counter. Get the ramp out of there. I'm going to do that, and I'm actually going to hard cast this. And hopefully we'll hit a land. There we go. That's what we needed. Now, land is game. Red land is game. We're close on Elrunes. Yeah, minus Shadow's Verdict. Of course, they would have that main board. That's fine. We'll wait. I'm going to play Brazen right at the end. We'll do the direct damage. I could push that back, but we're going to do this. We'll bring it in. That's fine. So as long as they don't drop any like planeswalkers or anything, we'll be okay for the time being. We need one, and if we can get one land will do it too. There you go. That's the right play. Oh, we are getting hosed. Yorion to a pickup. There you go. That's okay. I just need another land. Oh my gosh, 4 Goldspan Dragons. What are the odds? Just like the Zenith Flares from yesterday. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And we can't even play Obosh. We are totally locked down. And of course, they're going to hit the ultimatum. So we'll see what they pull. Everything they needed to. We'll get rid of this. We'll say good game. We're not coming back from that, my friends. Because they're almost at lethal. We have to block out. So not going to happen today. Oh, sad day with our #1 deck. Let's go on into our next best of 1 match here, my friends. All right, let's see what we got. Temur turns not holding up for us in best of 1. Oof, oof, oof. Let's take this third one home, though. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. Uh-oh, everyone is playing Friday Night Magic today. Well, for those of you that are still here, just Sneaky Pete is who we're going to play. But quick callouts, we did roll out the tier list, which I'm super excited about. And then additionally, we will play this. And then additionally, my friends, we did start our weekly Friday night meta. So you guys should absolutely check that out. We'll keep that. Now we're not totally hosed on mana. I will bring this in for now. You could slow play it if you wanted to. Could have played that first. Playing a little aggressive, that's okay. Not the right lineup for this. We'll keep our guy up. So this will be a good one. We could have put that over on this side. I don't know if we're going to be able to move fast enough. So let's go thin next turn. We drop the red. The sneaky Pete. Oh, of one mind. Brutal. Oh, they attacked us with Rune Crab. Whoops. Do we really want to use this? I don't think so. No, it's fine. We'll go pull some of this stuff out of here. Until I'm missing a land. Oof. By the way, I should have grabbed a blue. That's alright. This is not a nice matchup for this deck in best of one. We have the sideboard stuff, but this was not a good lineup for us off the bat. Let's go see if we can find something else. There we go. Halfway there. Ooh. We'll bring that guy over. Now is when I wish I would have had that. We're very close here. So the plan here is if we can pull it off. Al ruined. Oh, they're gonna kill him. Oh. Unfortunate. We just don't have the right lineups today. Just bad luck. Alright, we're gonna go good game. We're not coming back from that one. So not a nice matchup there. Not a nice matchup. Ooh, just hurting. All right, let's go into our best three. Can't win them all, can't lose them all. It's the way it works, my friends. We crushed it yesterday, so only fair that we lose like that today. So let's go ahead here and play our best of three traditional standard ranked. Again, that top 500 Jeskai cycling deck we cleaned house with yesterday. Today, well, actually we did the weekly meta yesterday, but today we're covering the Temur turns deck. So let's go see if we can turn things around here in best of three. So not strong in best of one. I think it's, you know, this deck certainly's got the ability to answer in the sideboard. I think it can be a powerhouse if you tweak it, or if you have a little bit better luck than I certainly have for our best of one matches. But let's see what we can do here. So we got all the colors we need. I'll stick with this for now. We got a mirror match, obviously, so Koma's coming in. So this is perfect. Everyone's playing the deck. So now that we know what the deck has, we don't have to worry too much, but we'll see. Ooh, a different version. What do we want to go? We can go green, we can go red. So you got some ramp. Maybe they're playing a more traditional Ultimatum deck. I'm gonna kick this thing back up. And we'll counter miscast, hopefully. Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. So we'll wait. We'll play it like this. We'll go with our friend here. So the mana base play there, we could have played that tap down, and then we could have dropped that and then had gold span in off the bat there. But let's see what they're playing here. There's their gold span. Land, there we go. Finally, some luck is on our side. Maybe. We'll find out, I guess. Ooh, not enough luck. That's gonna hurt. So we get to trade on the gold span. Unless they kill gold span here. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Little bit different flavor in the mirror match there. So we're gonna pull Coma in. We're gonna need to keep these. Let's see how I want to do this. Red Cat Melee we want to pull in. I still like Mystical Dispute. Well, yeah, for that play. I like Elder Gargaroth too. Soul Sears. I might flip one of these and two of those. We don't really need Mystical Disputes. We didn't see them run Elrunes. If they do that, then we'll flip that in. We're going to go lighter, play less counter, and more direct kill. I'm going to go a lot harder on the kill. Drop one gold span. Grab an ox. All right. There we go. Let's see what we can do. This one's a little bit unique. So we're pulling in the Mystical Dispute, or pulling in Coma and the Soul Sphere. We don't know if they're keeping some of these other things, so we'll stick with this for now. I'm okay with this if we can get that guy going. We're gonna play that now. Coulda waited. Coulda, shoulda. Coulda, shoulda. That's all right. We'll see if we trade. I'm okay with that. So they're waiting on their play. So we'll do this. They can counter that if they want. We'll pull Obosh over and still get value. There we go. We can live with that, so we'll see if they're gonna wait. We'll see if they wait now. Double blue they pulled. Yeah, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna wait. That's okay. What do we want? Let's go there. That's okay. We still got Goldspan. We still got Obosh. There's their Goldspan. Now we can play ours. Ah, they have a counter spell here. Alright, let's see what we got. We are still ahead because of the henge. On the stack. We'll see if we can get this off. If they have a counter, they're good. So as long as if we can get this off, we're okay. Because it's lethal. We'll try it. There we go. Boom. We're good. They figured that one out. Okay. So, plenty of counters. We'll put our counters back in. Probably playing Elrunes. We just didn't hit it. So, we'll do that. We'll do that. And they had a couple different things. We'll drop one Elrunes. And let's see here. Thinking. 2 borrowers are out, so we're good there. We need a couple more. 2 Soul Seers. Don't need to run these. I just like running these, but we'll be very linear. We'll back those out. We'll back that out. We got the Soul Seers. Alright, we'll play this. Alright, we'll go from here, my friends. Third and final lineup against Hilokichi. Sounds like Hello Kitty. Alright, let's see what we got going. We got to get our revenge, my friends. Oh, and I forgot I threw Clythos in there too. That's okay. That's okay. Is this red is the question. Ooh, not red. Can get a mammoth down though. That's fine. We'll try it. We got hosed on this earlier. We'll see if we can make it work. Oh, okay, we got red. Good. Good, good, good. We got double green. We got a blue. We got a green. This is also green. Let's just do this first. Double green. Let's see what our friend does here. If we could get Clythos on, actually, it'd be a nice pinger. But we know they have counters. We know they have counters. hard cast on the Love Struck. I think we do this. We'll see if we can make it work. All right. Now we go double red there. We're gonna wait. Then I'll do this. We'll take one off. All right, here we go. That's okay. Just trying to protect the Goldspan and Clythos here. Because if we can get one more, lands, we might be okay. I don't know though. We need to hit the Great Henge. That's what I think. So while that's going, we'll hit this now. No counter available. There we go. Nice play. Well played. Well played. All right, they got 2 shots at countering this bad boy. Oh, we're good. Oh, nice. All right, my friends, we did it. We turned it around in best of 3 today. Absolute powerhouse there. Whew, nice and fast too. Not too bad for a deck that does a lot of interactions actually. So did not go well in best of 1, but let's go ahead and talk about this here. So let's move into our deck. Again, this is the #1 deck, Temur Turns, by Chris B. So congrats again, Chris, on this deck. Super fun. Had some challenges, you know, out of the gate here with some of the things that we had going on for the main board for best of 1, but hey, it's a very aggro heavy. Can it hold up? Yes, it certainly can. We know that Temur does a nice job early game if it needs to. And then in terms of the best of 3, certainly much easier to kind of position things. We had a very similar mirror match, not fully, but close, and we turned that around. So in best of 1, we went 0-3, not super nice, but we did have some hiccups there, and then in best of 3 we crushed it, turned it around, going from starting off on a loss and turning into a 2-1 win. Very, very nice. So where this might be positioned in the meta, you know, it didn't play well for us. I think it's certainly okay. I would say in best of 1 maybe in the middle of the pack for kind of a tier 2 look. I know it can hold up obviously, and you can make some tweaks to do that. That was a pro play that we saw in the best of 3 match where you target your own guy with the Spike-Filled Hazard there and produce some additional mana, which was really nice. When it comes to that, in terms of best of 3, you know, I would also say overall probably in the middle of the pack for the meta for now. We'll see how things kind of continue to evolve. I certainly think it's a nice deck. I think it's well positioned, but we got to get a little bit more data here to kind of see where it's going to go. But it's a nice mid-rangey deck that's got answers for early game, answers for late game, and the ability to play around a lot of stuff. And then when we get to that best of 3, it certainly has the sideboard that's well tuned to make it work for those for some of those aggro decks as well as some of those late game decks. So with that, Planeswalkers, hope you enjoyed today's top deck episode. We covered the #1 Temur Turns deck by Chris B here. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you do got questions or comments, let me know down below. Please feel free to hop in the Discord server. Love hearing from you as well, and a great community to respond to questions you may have too. So with that said, as always, Planeswalkers, truly appreciate your support. Feel free to subscribe down over there. Additionally, like the video, you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch as well to stay up to date on content like this, my friends. All right, until next time, Planeswalkers, you stay safe, stay tuned, because we got a lot more coming your way.